Namaste everyone, Karina Lambert here again with another practice. Today it's a short practice dedicated to core, but we're going to understand core a little bit in a different manner today. You will need one block or maybe a thick book that you have with you. And if you are used to other props, please bring them in with you. Let's start by sitting tall for a moment. Allow your palms to rest. If you feel comfortable with the palms facing up, you can do that, or down, your choice. As you sit tall, relax your sitting bones into your support. Let the legs slowly start softening and expanding, grounding more. Letting gravity do its part to release into the earth. An invitation to activate your spine, letting it lift, relaxing the shoulders over your hips, and perhaps imagining the back of your skull, the back of your scapulae, and the back on your sacrum, those 3 points rested onto a wall. We enter the journey in with the opportunity to scan the physical body. Take a few deep breaths, noticing the places where that energy is going in your body, and using the exhalations to release. Relaxing the skin in your face, forehead wide, softening the temples down to your cheeks. Softening further down towards the chin, allowing the eyelids to be also relaxed, soft, and resting the tongue on top of your bottom palate. Today, as part of the practice, we'll invite the palms to come together and rub them a little bit, just a few times, until you feel that friction and a little bit of heat, creating that sensation in between the palms. And then after a few of those, let your palms with that heat come into your heart. Expand the heart center into the palms, and as our intention today, think of someone that brings you strength, someone you love. Perhaps you can visualize that person and the ways this being makes you feel strong, or remind yourself of your own strength. Maybe you choose to dedicate your practice to that being, and keep this quality with you as we work today through the practice. Then invite the palms to join the heart center there for a moment. And then keeping the heart expanding, invite the forehead to connect to the palms and the heart, the 3 together. Then releasing the palms slowly down, lifting the head and opening the eyes. And we start our practice. So, today, to start this core practice, the idea that I want to share is to understand our core as a diamond shape. So it might help visualize and be able to engage our core in a different way. So why am I talking about a diamond shape? Because what I want us to think is of 4 points mainly. In this diamond shape, we are going to try and engage all the time the idea of drawing the pelvic floor up, then hugging the hip bones towards each other, also drawing the navel up, and the last one will be the lower ribs moving down towards the pelvis. So we have that idea, so we understand that it's not only engaging our abdomen or pushing or pulling, let's say, our abdomen in, but create this diamond shape as we move through the practice today. So like I said, bottom of the pelvic floor is drawing up, hip bones, they are hugging into each other or drawing into each other. We are lifting that navel up and we are bringing the lower ribs in. So keep that in mind, and I will be repeating it through the practice, and we're going to try and work with this for a certain amount of shapes today. The first thing that we are going to do is to come into cat-cow, and we'll take 3 of those. Inhaling, we open, lifting the heart center and the chin. We exhale, rounding. 2 more like that. Good. As you finish that last one, we come back towards the hands and knees. Feel your palms and your shins connecting to your mat. And from here, we'll take a threading action, inhaling right arm up. With the exhale, threading that right arm to the left, bring the right cheek down. You can use your block or a blanket to put the head down if you need. And you can also choose to modify that left arm if you want to take it further forward or keep it close to your face. Okay, from here we try to ground that right shoulder blade a little bit further down, creating a twist, sitting bones going up. Breathing for a couple of times, trying to breathe through the nostrils, steady. Then slowly pressing into that left hand to come back and release that right hand. We go with the second side, inhaling, threading that left arm onto the right side, dropping the left cheek down. And with your right hand, you can either extend it or bring it in and push for that twist a little further, sitting bones away from each other. Stay with your breath. And then we slowly return into that tabletop. Good, now we are going to be using the block for the next exercise. And in this one, we are going to start activating the core in that diamond shape like I was saying before. So we are going to lie down on our backs. We are going to use the block in this way, right below your knees, so at the very top of your inner thighs. We are going to hold it steady there, and then we are going to bring the shins parallel to the floor. So making sure you're holding the block, that it's not falling, and that the shins stay parallel to the floor. We are going to lace the fingers behind the skull, and we are going to cradle the head and bring the elbows towards each other, more or less above your shoulders. And from here, the first thing we're going to do to remember that diamond shape and that work that we are doing in the abdomen, drawing in, outer hips towards each other, bottom of the pelvic floor moving in and up, the navel also, and the lower ribs moving down. Those ones, they like to pop, so we are going to try and bring them down and keep them there at all times. 5 times, we'll inhale first where we are, releasing the skull down. With the exhale, we slowly lift towards the knees, thinking of that diamond shape. Again, we inhale, exhale. 3 more. Inhaling and keeping my elbows towards each other. Exhale, ribs mostly the low ones towards the pelvis. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. Good, we're going to add a little modification here. Inhaling, I'm keeping the same shape. Exhaling, I'm coming back up. Holding that diamond in, I'm going to extend the legs. Then bring them back towards the first shape, releasing the torso down. Again, inhaling where I am. Exhaling, coming up. Diamond shape for that core. Re-extending the legs. Keep those ribs down. Re-bend the knees. And return. 3 more. Nice. Now I'm going to add another modification. Again, we inhale where we are. Exhale. Inhale. With the exhale, I'm going to twist to the left. Back to center. Rebend. And release. We'll go to the other side. Inhaling. Exhale. Extend. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's go again. Exhale, extend, twist, back, keeping those ribs in, bend, and down. Again, up, extend, to the twist. We go back, ribs in, rebend, and down. 2 more. We go up, extend, to the twist, back, bending, release. Last one, up, extend, twist, back, bending, release. Good. Put the feet down. Release the arms for a moment. Take a deep breath. Good. We take that block to the side. And we'll take another one where we are still working that action of those 4 points. Now I'm going to take the right leg over the left one. We are creating the eagle shape. You can put that foot underneath or not, both work. Again, I'm going to lace the fingers, put the hands behind the skull. Again, my elbows are facing each other. And from here, I'm going to start in the same way as before. Again, I'm going to tone those ribs down, lifting from the pelvic floor and making my outer hips or the hip bones squeeze or hug into the midline. From there, I'm inhaling. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lower ribs down. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Good. We switch sides. Left leg goes over. Again, we go for 5. Keeping the knees perpendicular to the floor, elbows facing each other. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Draw that diamond shape into the midline. Two more. Lower ribs moving down to the pelvis, outer hips hugging in. Good. Undo the legs, drop the feet for a moment, open the elbows wide. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Good. We'll go again with a modification. Again, we go right leg on top for the eagle legs. And we bring the elbows again above the shoulders. This time, when we get towards the lift, I'm going to add a twist, and I'm also going to add the knees coming a little closer to the elbow. So from here, I'm inhaling, exhaling, I'm coming up, I'm twisting to the left, coming back, and releasing. Same side, I'm going to repeat 4 more times. With the exhale, we come up, going to the side, back, inhale, exhale, going to the twist, back to center, and out. 2 more. Try to keep that awareness in the core, not just your belly, outer hips, drawing up through the pelvic floor. We release and we switch sides for the last one, for that twist. Left leg is up on top and we are going to be twisting to the right. Inhale, exhale, whole core awareness, twisting a little bit to that right, coming back, and release. Second one. Three more. With that twist, coming back, releasing. Lower ribs down, bringing those knees a little closer, back, release. Releasing the legs, releasing the arms. Take a deep breath. Good. Then we slowly roll over so we can press up. And we'll go from here into another one. In this one, we are going to stay seated. We are going to put our forearms down. And again, I'm going to be thinking of this diamond shape. So possibly you'll see your ribs come up, and we're going to try and create that action. So I'm drawing up through the pelvic floor. I'm hanging in through the outer hips or the hip bones. And then from there, I'm also lengthening those ribs down. And I'm going to try and keep connected with my awareness into that, because as we move, that may change. The action that we are going to do here is just to create this movement with the legs. And after a few ones, you'll see how perhaps this area will go into that popping action. So again, we lengthen down, we draw that action of the lower abdomen up, and the hips or the hip bones moving into the midline, okay? So we'll go there for 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should be firing your core slowly the more we do it. Good, a few more. Or count to 20, I lost count. Good, and you can always go a little faster, noticing what's going on in that core circumference, trying to keep all connected. Good, and then slowly pressing up, coming up. Beautiful. Okay, let's go from here into a tabletop, and let's lift up into downward facing dog. Check the connection to earth with your palms. Move your knees a few inches behind your hips, tucking the toes. We lift up, ribs in. And again, we are thinking of that core awareness for that diamond shape today, and pressing through the palms, releasing the head and the neck. Take a few breaths here. You choose if you want to extend your knees completely. If your lower back is sensitive, I recommend having a little bit more of that bending action in your knees. And notice if the lower ribs are coming out, bring them in. And then from there, gazing forward towards the palms, we're going to walk and find the top of the mat there. Bend your knees, release the head, release the neck. Take a few moments here. You can always use the block as a support. Good. Okay, from here we're going to bring hands towards the hips, rolling the shoulders back. We move up towards standing. Good. And we'll take an exercise here where we're going to start it from standing. So my right foot is going to stay in front. Disclaimer, I'm working on top of carpet, so I know that for me balancing will be a little bit more challenging, perhaps for you too if you are on a carpet also. Don't worry so much. We are going to stay with the right foot in front, and the left one will go into a lunge, but instead of doing my regular distance for the lunge, is going to be a little shorter than my usual. Moving my hands into that diamond area, right, the one that we are working today for the core, and being aware again of that action of drawing up, hugging into the midline and drawing those front ribs in. I'm going to bend that back knee a little, and the only thing we are doing here is to just shift the weight forward, noticing the action in that core, and then coming back. And again, drawing the weight forward, ribs down, coming back. 2 more, up, hips moving into each other. 1 more. Good, and then in the last one, I'm going to come a little higher, not so much so high, but trying to, again, create that action with that diamond into that core without tilting the pelvis, and then releasing into standing. Good, we'll go with the second side. So now the left foot comes forward, the right foot goes into a short lunge. Again, I'm keeping my hands to create that awareness in the core. Again, drawing up through the pelvic floor, navel in. We bring the hips into the midline and we send those lower ribs down, okay? From here, we send the weight forward and we come back. And again, the hugging action in the hips will help. Then we return. 2 more. One more. Good. And in the last one again, using that core, we come a little further, hips moving in, lower ribs down, trying to not arch the pelvis. Good, and then coming up, releasing a little here. Beautiful. Let's go from here into a short sun salutation, inhaling, exhaling, we fold, inhaling, halfway lengthening. Again, see if you can activate here that diamond, that core, lower ribs in, lengthening through the spine, hugging the hips in. Exhale, release. Let's walk back towards downward facing dog. And 3 times with the feet close to each other, we'll take the plank pose. So we inhale, find that diamond, lengthen, exhale. 2 more, inhaling, exhale. 1 more. Good. Nice. From here, bend the knees, gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. We come all the way up. Good, and we release. From here, we'll take another sequence. We're going to start with the left side. And we're going to bring first the hands towards the heart center. Good, and from there we'll take them up, arms parallel. Good, working with this core action again, lower ribs in and down, lifting up from the pelvic floor. We are going to lift the left knee up. Then from there, slowly, I'm going to start bending the standing knee and coming towards the warrior. And I'm going to keep bending that standing knee until I get all the way down. Left foot goes back to the floor, 3-leg plank, and then slowly I'm going to bring that right foot forward again, returning into the beginning. Think of that diamond and we go again. Slowly bending the front knee, coming down, left toes down, 3-leg plank, foot forward, coming up, and lifting. Last one, bending the front knee, touching down to that 3-leg plank. I'm going to add 1 chaturanga here, pushing back, right foot forward, we come up, lift, and release. Good. We'll go into the second side. Good. From standing, now I'm going to start pressing onto the left foot. We'll go with the right knee up, hands to heart, arms up. Good. Find that diamond. Let's go. Right knee up. Slowly moving into the warrior 3. Keep going down. Hug those hips in. Lower ribs down. Put the right toes down. 3-leg plank. Bring yourself back up. Ribs in. We return. 2 more. Touching down, plank. And 1 more. Last one. In the last one, I'm going to add that chaturanga. Again, bending, hips in, draw the navel up, touch back. We add 1 chaturanga, push, bring that foot forward, back up, and we release, shaking a little. Yay. 1 more big one to go. Good. From here, we'll take 1 slow inhalation up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling half. Good. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet a few times. Good. And again with the feet together, last sequence, we inhale, right leg goes up and back. Bring those floating ribs in. Bring the right foot forward. Good. From here, we are going to take 1 inhalation to twist. Exhale, release that right hand. Bring the left knee down. And we are going to keep that twist, opening the right leg out to the sides. Think of that diamond again. So I'm bracing those ribs in. Then again, I'm coming back and lifting into the twist. Hips go in, opening the chest. Good. Release the left knee. We go again. like a half moon. Notice what's happening with the lower ribs. Bring them in, draw the navel up, back. One more. Back. One more. Good. From here we keep that twist for a moment. Leaning back. Bring your right hand down. Keep this lunge posture. Lift those abdominals through the pelvic floor. And we are going to bring that left arm to the right and twist that way. So if you need, I'm going to switch here so you can see me. If you need a block there, you can of course bring the block. I'm trying to keep those feet firm, lifting, engaging that diamond core and coming to the side. Hips move in, lower ribs down, draw the navel up. Good, and then we slowly return back to down dog. And we'll go into the second side. Inhaling, left leg goes up, left foot comes forward. Now I'm in the wrong side so you can see my face. So I'm going to switch. Good. We twist. Then I'm going to release the right knee. And from there I'm going to open. Again, here, that connection of that diamond. Then I'm bringing the left foot forward. Relift. Trying to keep that twist at all times. Having the hips in. Again. One more. Good. Last one. Good. And from here, we return to that twist. Lean back. Good. Releasing the left hand. Lift through the core. And from there, lower ribs down. I'm walking my trunk, my torso, my hands all the way to the left. Good. We return. Let's go back to down dog. And from here, we'll take a child's pose. Knees wide, big toes touching. Releasing sitting bones towards the heels. You can release the elbows down a little bit bent. Let the forehead be supported. And take 5 cycles here. Breathing. We are getting to the end. Try to return and reset the breath. Soften down. Notice the body. Noticing the breath. Good. After the 5th breath, we'll take the block for 1 or 2 more postures that we have here, and then we'll be closing this practice. Lying down on your back, get the block right under the pelvis, letting the sacrum be supported there. Here we are going to bring the right knee into the chest, extending the left leg towards the top of your mat. See if you can make your left heel push your mat, or trying to burn the rubber there. Pushing, pushing, pushing as you keep that right knee moving into the chest. Notice if those lower ribs are popping and see if you can bring that in. 3 breaths. Soft face, relaxing here the back of your skull. And then we just switch sides. Left knee comes in, right leg extends. Right heel pressing down or towards the head of your mat. And then we slowly let go, bend both knees so you can put your feet down, taking that block out to the side, and releasing the torso. Good. Hug both your knees into your chest. You can rock gently from side to side. Good. Last portion, we extend the left leg. With your left hand, bring your right knee to the left, twisting. Relax your shoulders. Right arm can be in a cactus shape over the head or to the side. Let gravity do its part here. And then we slowly return. Extend the right leg, bring the left knee in. Make space there to bring that left knee to the right. And again, cactus shape or extending the arm overhead to the side. Let your head naturally go where it feels comfortable, maybe towards the left shoulder, maybe not. Relaxing the jaws. After a few cycles, we return to center and we give ourselves the chance to rest in Shavasana if you have the time. Letting the legs relax, perhaps your palms onto your abdomen, elbows out to the sides, or the arms also to the sides. If you have time, like I said, let yourself go here, returning to earth, dropping everything. No more doing. An opportunity to come back to stillness, pausing, and be. For the ones who don't have the time to stay, when you are ready to close your practice, roll over to one side, pressing up to a seat. Take a moment, if you have it, to release the leg bones back again to earth, sitting tall with palms together, coming to the heart. Recognizing the physical body, the breath, the thoughts, emotions perhaps after the journey. In gratitude we close, hoping for this practice to help you stay grounded, to help you reset and come back to your breath. Namaste.